told you that their cancer was cured because of one man's touch, you probably wouldn't believe them, right? But what if thousands of people told you? That's how many people Dean Kraft says he's cured over the past 26 years. He doesn't want to be confused with a faith healer. Dean says he's a, quote, laying on of hands or therapeutic touch healer. And he's here to share how he literally touches people's lives. Please welcome the author of A Touch of Hope, Dean Kraft. Welcome, Dean.
Thank you.
Okay, you don't want to be confused with a faith healer. What is the difference between what you do and what they do?
Well, faith healers require people to believe in a religion or some type of faith in order to get healed. I don't require people to believe in religion. They don't even have to believe in me. I just lay my hands on them, and fortunately, the majority of people get well.
Well, you know, as a matter of fact, you did touch me in the green room, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Thank you.
I must tell you. And you know, the thing about it is, do it again, would you? His hands vibrate.
Explain what you're doing.
And I was wondering if you make house calls.
Well, it's just working. You mentioned that you had a problem in this area here, right? A little bursitis here. So I'm just moving.
Yeah.
You know, and they vibrate, but I really don't shake them to that degree. But it feels like that I do. But there's like a little vibratory sensation.
How long does it take to heal someone? Or I assume that must have...
Well, everybody's different. Some people take a few treatments to be healed. Some people take a few months to be healed. So everybody's different. You know, it depends on the illness. Sometimes, you know, I treat a lot of terminal illness, a lot of diseases that doctors have given up on.
Really?
Yeah.
And how come, I wanted to ask you, how come the AMA hasn't approved of you? How come you're not all over the place?
Well,
I mean,
actually,
this is incredible.
I am all over the place, and in fact, thousands of doctors refer to me. I only see people that doctors basically have given up on. And I am all over the place. I'm involved with research now and discussing research with the National Institute of Health, Columbia University. I've killed cancer cells in test tubes at Lawrence Livermore Laboratories and at Science Unlimited Research Foundation. They put them in test tubes, and I was able to kill them. I affected rodents' blood pressure, plant growth.
When did you first realize you had this gift?
Well, in 1972, I had a series of unusual experiences, and one of them was I was at the scene of an auto accident, and a woman got hit by a car, and I remember running out, and I felt this unusual sense of compassion for the first time in a situation like this. I remember stroking her hair and just, you know, feeling, you know, awful for this woman and wanting to help. And the next day, I called the hospital to find out that she was released with minor cuts and bruises. And I don't believe I had anything to do with it, and it still took 2 years after that event for me to heal. But that sort of started everything off.
I know there's a woman that you have dealt with named Nelda Buss who came to you. When was that?
It was in 1985.
And what condition was Nelda in when she actually first came to you?
Well, she had Lou Gehrig's disease, and basically the muscle cells die off in the body. She was quadriplegic. She had a few weeks left to live. She gave away...
The doctors had said she had a few...
Oh, yeah, a few weeks left to live, and she was totally quadriplegic from the neck down, and there was no hope left for her. And basically she gave away her clothes to her friends and picked her burial place. And then she had heard of you and she heard of me. She came to me. We started working.
Well, we have Nelda here. Let's bring her out and you can complete the story. Nelda, can you come on out?
It's coming from there. Hi, Nelda. How bad was it before you met this healer?
I was completely paralyzed from the neck down, and I couldn't move anything.
I think people need to take a moment to appreciate the difference because it's dramatic. That's you after he started working with you, I guess, right?
Right. I had to exercise every day, of course, after he started to rejuvenate my muscles. And before that, I couldn't do anything. They had to feed me and take me to the bathroom, and my son and his wife came home to help my husband take care of me.
And how did he help you? What did he do?
The first time I went to him, he gave me the first treatment, and my diaphragm was beginning to weaken, and I couldn't breathe as well as I could before. And I noticed I could cough and blow my nose better. And so then I continued to go to him, and every time I would go to him, I would find some improvement.
Well, when you originally went to him, I mean, did you have much faith that he could do something, or was it really like, I have nothing else?
I had nothing else. I had tried everything else. I had tried holistic medicines and diets and that kind of thing. And I read about him in the American Health Journal, and I thought, well, I don't have anything to lose. I'll try.
It's a very bad disease, ALS.
It's a horrible.
Well, there's also no cure.
There's no cure. Is it possible you were misdiagnosed in the first place? Is that possible?
Way. No. She had medical records like that. She was at all the major clinics. She had all the major tests. She had definitely Lou Gehrig's disease. No doubt about it.
So what did your doctors say when you went to them and you were all sort of cured?
Well, I didn't go back to the neurologist because you have to go through an awful lot of tests and they're not very nice. And I thought, why do that again and put myself through all that stress?
But you didn't want to walk back in the neurologist's office?
They do muscle biopsies. They take and cut your muscles. I mean, she's here walking. They gave her up. There was even no relationship. Once the doctor says we can do no more, go home to learn to live, that you're going to die. You know, why go even suggest to go back and go through all these tests? When she's walking, she's walking. That's the proof of the pudding.
What does this man mean to you, Nelda?
Well, if it wouldn't be for him, I wouldn't be here. That's just,
Why don't we clone him?
Well, we can't clone him, but we will bring him back. We'll bring him back for the next segment. We'll be back with more in just a minute. Dean Kraft, a therapeutic touch healer, and the woman who credits him for giving her the ability to walk again, Nelda Buss. Before we go on, Dean, you said something important during the commercial break, that you work closely with the doctors who are, like Nelda's doctor, to monitor.
I very much believe in medical science, and I like when the doctors monitor the people, they take x-rays before and after. That's when I know I'm helping someone, basically, when I get a doctor's report or a doctor calls me up and says, you know, the person's doing better, and their tests show it.
Well, I know that you have a good success rate, but everybody.
No, I do not help everybody, no.
And so what happens when your touch doesn't help?
Well, you know, I've been very fortunate to help, you know, the majority of people I see. And that gives me such wonderful feelings inside that when I do come across a case that I don't help, it sort of makes me realize that, you know, I'm not God. I'm only one person trying to do my best to try to help people.
But how long will you work on a person before you say it's just not going to happen?
Well, if a person, you know, wants to continue, and for me to continue to try with them, I will work with them until I try to get an effect. Because sometimes if a person doesn't come enough, sometimes they won't get that effect. Yet there are times when just from 1 to 3 treatments I do get an effect.
It is enough, yeah. Nelda, you're certainly a believer. I know there are thousands out there who
What about your album?
Yeah. We don't have time. I have rotator cuff problem.
Real quick.
He's vibrating. I'm vibrating. I feel good. Whatever. I don't know about the arm, but we'll be right back. Thank you so much, Dean. I much believe in the power of touch, just, you know, that it's therapeutic. But
did you buy it stuff? I don't feel, you okay, Joy? I feel fine.
He worked on me during the break. Dean continued to work on me because I have a rotator cuff problem. I mean, that's true. And, you know, I guess it feels a little, I don't know.
Meredith, if I had a man massaging my arm, it would feel better too.
No, he was not massage. He doesn't massage. He does this and his hand vibrates.
He just did the same thing because I told him that my feet hurt.
Whatever.
So he grabbed me from here and his hands vibrated like this.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just from thinking about it, but my feet don't hurt as badly.
Well,
and maybe from just thinking about it. He didn't massage my feet.
Whatever makes you feel good, I'm with you. You can go ahead and go for it. If it gives you hope, go for it too. But I don't want people to abandon traditional medicine.
Neither does he. Right? Oh no, he's totally opposed to that. He won't work with someone if they don't have a doctor. Okay. Because they have to monitor it.
Then, well, listen, I saw Miss Nelda back there. She's walking and talking and doing well. That's enough.
I have more of a tendency. You know that I'm very skeptical of all these people who come on here. Very skeptical. But I didn't dislike his approach. I liked his approach better than like Char and the psychics.
But they're not the same.
Well, no, I don't believe psychics, but I do believe in the mind-body connection. So there's a possibility. Or else this woman just had a reversal. People do go in remission, you know.
But
not that much.
She's not the only patient he's ever seen. So, I mean, we can't just say because of her. There are many. There are many people that he's seen an 85% success rate.
Well, you know, a lot of people believe, you know, you can pray and the touch works, and so whatever.
How many people
works.
believed it?
How many people believe?
By applause. Okay. How many people did not believe it?
Well, you know what?
If somebody,
well, no, if somebody said to me, "It's over for you," I would be the first one at his door knocking, because what he said is right. The power of hope is very strong.
I asked him if it would help to lose weight.
Oh. All right, weight and orgasms from Joy.
All right,
thanks to all of our guests today. Have a great day, everyone. Take a little time to enjoy the view.